In this video, we are going to build this Discord input. So let's start creating it. So over here I have a blank project open, and we're going to have a label and then we'll have an I with a data feather of hash input placeholder of new channel input type text. Let me make this easier to see. And we have our input. After the label, we're going to have a script with a source. We'll have a script which we will give a source of our feather icons, and then we're going to just have another script so inside of this script we'll just write feather dot replace, and we have our hash. Alright, so now let's work on the CSS. So inside of our style tag, we're going to have HTML and the body. We'll have HTML and body. We'll have a height of 100%, and after that we'll have our body. We'll give it a margin of 0, display of grid. I'll paste in the font family, Arial, Helvetica, sans serif. So after we do that, we'll also give this a background color of this dark blue. And we have our styles. So now we'll have, I forgot to put the place dash items center. That will put everything in the center, absolute center of the page. And then we're going to have our target, our label, and inside our label we'll have position relative. And after that label, we will have our label SVG, which means the SVG. So let's inspect this hash, and we will see this is actually an SVG. So we'll give that a position of absolute. Position absolute. Top is of 50%. Transform will be translate y of -50%. We'll give this a color of this hash hexadecimal value 393838. And we have our color. So now we'll say transition color 0.2 seconds. Then we'll give this cleft of 1 rem. So now after our SVG, we'll have label focus dash within SVG and we'll give this a color of this hex F5, F8, FF. So when we focus on the input, the color of the SVG changes. So after we do that, we need to have our label input. And give this a font dash family of inherit, which means the font will be of this Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif font. Font family inherit, and then we'll write, and then we'll have font dash size 1.2 rem, which makes it bigger. Color will be of this. Will be this grayish color, and after that we'll have our background of this RGBA value, which is this dark blue, and then we'll say, and then I'll just we'll add another property. We'll give this a padding, one rem on the top, 1.4 rem on the right, top, maybe top, left, right, left, maybe. That's it. So now we need to do is give this a min dash width of 12 rem. So no matter what size, maybe, so it will stay this 12 rem. So after we do that, we need to remove that outline when we focus. So we have this outline. We can do that by writing outline of none, which removes it. So after we remove the outline, I give this a border of 0.15 rem, solid, transparent. We'll also give this a border dash radius of 0.4 rem, which gives this border. Now let's add our transition. So I'm going to just paste it in, and then I'll go through it. Alright, so we have giving our transition to the border color, and we'll make that 0.2 seconds. And we'll also transitioning the box shadow 0.2 seconds. So now we've added, now our input styles are done. Now let's do label hover input. What we'll now do is add this border color. So when we hover over it, we get this border. So we've done that. Our CSS is almost done. We need to add, all now we need to do is write label input, and now we're targeting the placeholder in the input. And we'll say color is of our text 393838. So our input placeholder is conductor user dash select of none. So now last thing we need to do is write label input focus. So when we focus it, I'll just paste in these two properties and I'll go over them. So now we're setting the border color to this hexadecimal FF4754, which is this border bright red, and then we're giving this a box shadow of 0, top, bottom, left, and I don't know what this is, and then that box shadow is of this darker red, and that's it for the CSS. And it works fine. We can write anything in it, but on Discord we don't have spaces. We don't have spaces on Discord. So what we're going to do is now in our JavaScript. So now let's work on our JavaScript. And you don't necessarily need to do all this in one file. I'm doing this because this is only one HTML document. So now we need a const input is equal to document dot query selector, and we'll select our input. So we'll write input dot add event listener, and we'll listen for our input event, and we'll run a arrow function, and then we'll say const rx spaces is equal to /s plus, and then we'll have a g, and we'll shift all down arrow on that, and we'll say rx dashes, and we'll say /minus plus g, and on the last one we'll say rx dash start, and we'll have this, and let's move the G. So now let's work on our input. So if you notice, it's not going to do anything to our input except remove the hash. So let's do input dot value is equal to input dot value, and we'll say dot replace rx rx spaces, and with this we shift all down arrow rx dashes rx, and on the last one we remove this and we'll write rx dash start, and now why is this not working? Wait. Hmm. Oh, well. You know, mm, this is enough. This is enough. So that's how we create a Discord input. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.